Hello guys, my name is Jacob. In Phoenix, I am currently Expert 7, which required 9 D26s, or sorry, 9 26s, 8 of which were 26s. In the video today, I want to talk about one of the ones I got a little bit earlier on. Well, I guess exactly halfway, so it was 4 out of 9. Achuolias. For no reason in particular. It's not like other people have made content regarding this chart or like specific clear guides. I felt like that market was a little bit undersaturated, so I decided to put my own spin on the clear guide. Two things before we get into this one. Number one, chances are this is going to come out before my Expert 7 Q&A, of which in that video I explained like moving on in the future where for like more educational YouTube videos from me. Part of the reason why I'm doing this, number one, without a script, as you can probably tell from my voice, is I want to be able to try to improve my skills on like explaining concepts, because in my opinion, one of the most like, I know a lot of players who want to get better at the game, they have regular cab access, but they don't seem to be improving. And I think one big thing that can help bridge the gap between users, or to kind of like help them break their wall, is by kind of divulging like a lot of the mental aspects in pump, which in my opinion are really underrated, and I want to be able to share with other people. So yeah, number one, my videos are going to be done without a script. Two main reasons. Number one, again, like as I previously mentioned, but number two, big reason, I want to, like later down in the line, when I do like more content creation and like script writing, I guess, I want to be able to see like how much better I've gotten at just talking in front of a camera. Kind of like create that standard, see how much better I've gotten. So like I feel like really setting the precedent of making all my videos like unscripted, kind of like almost borderline one attempt minimal editing, will really show me like how far I've gotten like the next maybe like year, 2 years. Right, that's the two things. Wait, no, one more thing. This video is not just for people who are trying to clear a Achuolias D26. This video is for everyone. Reason I say that is because I really want to be able to divulge kind of the top. I don't think I'm a top player, but like, you know, Expert 7 like mentality, like clear mentality specifically about kind of the things that are going on in my head when I'm trying to clear a Achuolias or like any other 26, which I will get into. One of which I've already tried to like write a script for, but yeah, you'll probably see that later down the line. Without further ado, let's get into Achuolias, a video which nobody has done ever. Oh, get the shit out of here. Like what? Anyways, so before we get into Achuolias, I think there's two really key things to mention about this chart. Well, obviously there's more, but these are like the two big things that you should know before you start attempting Achuolias. Number one, chart is extremely back heavy, like extremely disproportionately so relative to like other 26s I can think about in the folder. That's to say, everything here up until I want to say like this point, even like further on, everything up until this run right here, extremely negligible. If you are unable to clear or have maybe like not full bar, but like if you are unable to clear the chart past this point, you probably should not be attempting 26s. I would say that it's just that much of like a skill difference between the front end and the back end. So that being said, only unless you can consistently make it to this run, not only make it there, but with full overflow, should you be thinking about attempting this chart. Overflow I'll get into for those of you who are not attempting like stuff past like maybe like 23s, like when I think overflow really matters. Maybe not even 23, like 24. I don't know. Number two, you'll see in like the front end, like what the front end does do though, is it foreshadows the key skill to have in order to clear this chart, which you will see right here. There we go. As you can see from this pattern, this is going to be one of the most frequently appearing patterns in this chart. So this is like the 6-note stair, I like to call it, like the walk across. However, the reason why I say that this is a very important skill to know is because you need to know how to be able to cheat it, and it foreshadows it by creating the same pattern but like way faster. So like this is impossible to full twist, I would say, right? So the only other way then is to hit it. I think this chart does a really good job of being able to test how well you are able to cheat walk acrosses. So it's important to not only be able to hit this entire walk across, but like maybe not like get so many bads or misses, anything that could harm your life bar, right? So now that we got that out of the way, how do you hit it? For those of you who aren't familiar with the territory, right foot goes onto the blue note. This is very important because I call this the setup for the pattern, right? So right foot on blue kind of has your body getting ready to turn right. So use that in order to kind of set you up in order to hit this pattern. Next, the way you hit the pattern, yellow, red, blue, blue, red. And you kind of just treat it as like a quad bracket. Well, maybe 2 brackets for better timing. So 1, 2, 3. And the reason why I say it's foreshadowed in the chart is because now you actually have to hit it, right? Like it looks like the stair, but in 30 seconds. So it's basically forcing you to actually hit it like a bracket. So you see kind of like how similar these 2 patterns look. Oh, oops. So yellow, red, blue, blue, red, yellow, red, blue, blue, red. So that is in 30 seconds. So you hit it at 16. So like bum, 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 bum. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And then this one, you hit it a little bit slower. So I hit it personally as 8th notes. So 1, 2, and then dot, dot, dot. 1, 2, dot, dot, dot. The reason why you want to be able to know this is because of how much stamina it saves. Achuolias' ending kind of demands that you be able to shoot yourself left and right. So being able to save as much energy as you can really help you down in the long run. And being able to like, that's such an easy pattern to like cheese. So like if you're going to try to clear 26s, you must have that skill down flat. If you must practice it, charts that let you practice the stair at the top of my head are Fire Needle Challenge D25, and also Will of the Wisp D25. That one's a really important one to get down because Will of the Wisp has like an ending section where it's like it shows you all different like stair minute patterns. Obviously you can't full twist it, but just to practice miniping it, I would recommend those 2 charts fully. All right, with that being said, those 2 big things out of the way, we're just going to get into like the actual hard part of the entire chart. So for those of you guys who maybe aren't really touching 26s at the moment, I mentioned overflow because basically the way that the life bar works is that you might see this as a 100%, but in reality your life bar is way beyond this. Like you have like couple extra points past this that like you can see like probably this guy's like not that good. Like it's not good enough to like be able to AP the entire section, so he probably got like a miss or a bad somewhere, right? But misses and bads hurt your life bar. I'm not going to get too deep into the specifics, just know that it like hurts it, right? That being said, you see like a couple bads show up, but like the life bar still hasn't budged, right? That's because the life that you don't see we call overflow, and there's still a lot of that intact. So naturally, with clearing 26s, the goal is before the actual hard part of the chart, you want to maximize the amount of overflow that you have, right? And for a chart like this, where it's just so much easier compared to like when the actual chart starts, you should be able to make it to max overflow. And from my experience and like kind of looking up like what do you call it, overflow calculators, it's like a max combo of I want to say like 350. Funnily enough, some charts, especially Super Akuma Emperor, are designed to literally give you max overflow before you do the actual hard part, which we'll get into those charts when we get there. So for now, let's just think about Achuolias. Basically what that means, the significance of that is you see these notes you must hit, like just combo, you need to combo it if you want the biggest chance for success. Now with that being said, after you've gotten full overflow, we now get to the main part of the run. So left side, you see the stair here, right? Don't forget you gotta manip it. Right foot here, left foot bracketing, right foot bracketing, you always use the blue note as a way to set yourself up to hit the stair. So either use that, or sorry, use that as a setup, but also as a visual cue of your body just like mentally being like, okay, I need to bracket this, because they all look like 16ths, but when you're bracketing like stairs, you want to hit them as 8s. That to say, just so like you get the best possible judgments so that you don't really hurt your life bar, because this is still like pretty easy stuff right now. So testing if you can do the bracket manip the other way. Now this tests a different type of bracket stair manip, right? So instead of yellow, red, blue, blue, it's yellow, red, blue, yellow. This is all stuff that you can practice when you're playing Will with D25. So just keep that in your mind. Don't forget, it's you go from left to right with the 6 stair walk across. Then you go from right to left again with the same walk across, but from the other side. And then the third time around, it's the wider one. A common mistake is that I see a lot of people, they just kind of like, this is like not as easy to hit as you might think if you watch like recordings, right? So I think even like when I was playing it, I might have missed it. Here we go, hitting the 2 walk acrosses. Yeah, see, like my right foot still like hit blue like an idiot, even though I was trying to go for blue yellow. But I think I still ended up hitting it. What can I say? Extra 7 difference. Anyways, the next confusing part that might come up here is it has like brackets infused with like a, you know, it's kind of like it has brackets mixed in with like a stair run. My recommendation, just mash the entire part as thirds. So basically what that looks like is kind of fix yourself where your right foot is on yellow red and your left foot is on the blue blues, and just kind of mash it in thirds, kind of looking for the reds when they appear, right? So then your right foot would be the one moving to hit the reds and the yellows, and then your your left foot would just be focused on hitting all the blues. You'll probably see this in this strat. Yeah, you probably see the strat employed here. Maybe I was just slowing down the video. Oh my goodness. There we go. So just like focus on my left foot is just mashing while my right foot is attacking all of the yellows, or sorry, all the reds and the red yellows. When the red yellows appear, just like bracket them, because it's like they usually come together like this, right? Hit this walk across, go back to the other side. This is the next kind of like confusing part. It's like, how do I hit this? How do I manip this? And like still, you know, being able to unwind myself. So like you hit the stair, like you go backwards, right? Obviously, dude, let's be real, nobody's hitting that shit. However, depending on how you hit stairs, so like let's say like most people in Korea I see is blue, red, yellow, red, and then blue. So like bum, bum, bum. But then it's just kind of like, how do you hit this part, right? You can either do you can do one of two things. Number one, you face your body, kind of just like mashing this, like you hit this bracket after you hit the jump. So like 1, 2, 3. You then hit the triple on the right 3 notes to set yourself up properly for this stair, which you're not going to hit all of this. Like I'm just going to tell you right now. Number two, what I do is, if you can see me in the video, is I have like the South America. My stair manips for singles are inspired by like what people do in South America. So I'm going to side bracket. Wow, I didn't even hit it, but like, okay, I'm supposed to side bracket blue red, and then right foot on yellow red, right? So it just looks like 1, 2, 3. And then what that helps me with, I can just side bracket mash for the blue, red, yellow, like the unwind part. So I can set myself up properly for when I do my version of like a big grand staircase manip, where the variation of that is like people most commonly use blue, do the red, yellow, red triple, then go blue, blue, then red, yellow, red again, and then you go back to the other side, right? But for me, what I do is, you'll see it, I side bracket these two, and I go back to the other side. Reason why I said you're probably not going to hit it is because a common strat for D26s is very frequently, if like a grand staircase is a very, very hard pattern to hit consistently. So if you know you're probably not going to like hit every single note, you might as well hit what you can, right? So that's the mentality. Thus, what you can do is, instead of actually hitting every single note, you can discard this, just throw this away. So then instead of having to like full commit and like kind of do like the drag down to hit the blue, you just like stand here, you hit the yellow reds twice with your left foot, and it makes it way easier for you to transition into the stair pattern coming back to the right side. So basically, if you want to see what that looks like coming all together, you hit as much as the stair as you can, you ignore the blue, and then you go back. All right, now's when things get actually like really, really hard. There's no trick. You just need to hit it. Like the blue. Very common mistake I see, maybe within myself, honestly. Like I study my VODs a lot just to be able to see if I can like actually pass, like, or like just see where I went wrong and like how to most efficiently pass the chart. I always hit blue for like the first couple drills, but then it like slides off because I'm panicking, right? So really want to make sure that you're nailing that anchor. Okay, so after you hit kind of like the outers, you see the other stair manip, right? This is very important. Reason being, it's so perfectly set up for you. Like you already have your left foot on blue, right? So just use your right foot on yellow red, and then just hit it 1, 2, 3. Hit the walk across very easily. Back on the other side. This one's very, very important. Again, the stair manip really like setting you up for the anchor pattern next. So I'm hitting this red like facing right, because like when you kind of like hit the stair pattern, like the manip version of the stair pattern, you're set up so perfectly for the red drill, right? All right, and now you got this insane pattern. The movement is super rough, and if you've seen anything about like how inconsistent Final Edition 2X is, you know that you're probably not going to be able to hit this sequence in 200 BPM, right? So what do? You say fuck it. You don't twist it. You hit the same sequence twice, and what that sequence looks like is you hit left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. So basically, how do I explain this in like the easy way? This is like a very frequent pattern that's been coming up in like Phoenix lowers, like, or I say lowers, but like D22s, like Lucid Dream kind of has like the same pattern. Nade has this pattern, but like obviously just like way faster. And you can see like you need to like kind of twist your body in order to hit your left foot on the blue, on the yellow blue. I say don't. Like just, you see this sequence, repeat this sequence twice. So left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Ignore this, just left, right, left, right. So you'll see me do that here. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Hit this hold. So many notes. If you miss it, you're actually just doomed. Next, I call this, so this is why I think Achuolias is pretty hard. You just gotta pray. Like this part, you actually just gotta pray. Like, I do not suggest twisting this if you're just going for the clear. If you're twisting this, I don't know, bro. See you at Bite or Big One or like some fucking like pro tournament. But it's just like if you're going for the clear, it's not worth it. Because what you can do instead is just mash all inner four, occasionally moving your feet when you see yellows. So kind of like in like a very like, for lack of a better phrasing, like a tower defense method where you're spanning all four, and then you see like a yellow note on the right side, you hit it, and then you see a yellow note on the left side, you hit it with your left foot. So it's kind of like how you see me stand up already, like that, yeah. And the reason for that is because instead of wasting all of your energy to try to twist those, why not just not do that so you can hit this last pattern, because this pattern is actually really, really difficult. I want to say for the most part, I faced right the entirety of this end sequence, and I would suggest that you do the same. Reason for that is because you do not want to miss, skill issue. You do not want to miss these holds, right? So I think a key part of this strategy for me is like, I'm still going to mash, but I'm going to really let the holds guide me, like go where I need to, right? No, all right, well, I mean, I was panicking. Fun fact, I actually got this in like, I played this chart like maybe 5 times in my life. So it's like 5th attempt. Like, so I really didn't study up on it. I just know like from the two videos that have came out in the past. Oh, I mean, you know, my own video, of course, only my own Achuolias guide. But theoretically, if two guides were made by Cell and DDR Level Asian, then I watched particularly Cell's guide, where he describes like you can just like start facing right the entirety of the rest of the chart, because that will help you stay in a position where you can hit all of the holds. But point being, you just want to try to be able to hit as many of the anchor holds as possible. Kind of like Leather, but like way harder, because it's like a little bit more unnatural. But yeah, at this point, you're really just mashing it. All of the strategies you use to save stamina and conserve, and also maintain your overflow, will pay off in this section, because you're just mashing everything, right? So yeah, just best of luck in that regard. Anyways, I want to say, like, what else? That's basically it for Achuolias. So the takeaway here really being, number one, really hit those stair manips. Number two, just know what patterns you're not going to hit, right? Like, know which patterns you're going to kind of bullshit through. So again, like, same for this grand staircase here, right? Like, just remember to really mentally like reinforce, I'm not going to hit that, because then that leads you into more successful attempts in the future. Hit the stair walk across, then hit the stair walk across, you're using your left foot to bracket red. Hit this sequence twice instead of actually twisting, because like, look, you're just set up for this hold, which is like worth like what I saw in the other one was like 30. I got like 33 no's, right? Or like 34. Yeah, pretty big hold. You want to hit that. Next, kind of just like tower defense mode, just like hit all four. When you see the yellows, kind of like occasionally kind of like swipe in, trying to get those, and then hit these holds. Try to hit as much of the holds as you can. Again, same strategy applies if you're just trying to discard notes. So like, you know, if you're just going to kind of go with the game strat that you're just going to face right the entire time, you do not need to hit. You cannot hit this, right? So just don't bother. Do not try. Just like instead, kind of like hit that diagonal. So red, yellow, blue. Just mash this and then go to center 4 and then go all the way over here. Again, same mentality. You do not need to hit this, right? So because you're just facing right the entire time. And then after you hit this bracket right here, then you do one last stair manip into whatever the fuck this. Like, I don't know why they made that, but obviously it's really simple to just mash all three onto the right side. Obviously, I have a different strategy from what I actually did, but again, it's just like I kind of like gone on like a near sight read because I like hardly ever play this chart. And you're done. Do not troll this 6 note. Even if you do troll it, it's only like worth like 4 notes total because it takes so much before. So there's no ticks here. And there you go. You've cleared Achuolias. Congratulations. Overall, pretty easy mid 26. Only reason for that is because like the beginning part is just so easy, but this inner like everything starting from I want to say like the anchor drill like with the blue gets really difficult. But once you really establish the technique involved with being able to play the chart properly, then I hardly see how you could like go wrong, right? So just like really stick with the game plan. That should be like, if you're going to go into like your next session trying to clear Achuolias, then record yourself. Make sure you actually did and hit everything that you plan to do. And that's a big part of clearing 26s. You really got to stick with your game plan. Otherwise, you know, if you have a game plan, you don't do it, or you're not skilled enough to do it, then that's when you would want to consider tackling 26 at a different angle. But otherwise, you will never make like significant 26 progress. So stick with your game plan, record videos of yourself, and make sure you're hitting everything other than the stuff that you know you're not hitting, right? Then it's like theoretically, I'm only going to E4 miss, which is, you know, that's fire. That's fire. That's also like my first FG 26. I don't know if I have another one, but regardless, needless to say, that's how you get Achuolias. I don't know how else to end the video. Anyways, yeah, let me know if you like this style of content. Look out for the Expert 7 Q&A. And if you have any more questions, like, do feel free to shoot them my way. I do feel very passionate about trying to spread like the mental aspect and like the knowledge of this game so that other people with more regular cab access than me can use that same knowledge in order to boost and skill. Always get really excited for other players when they succeed like their own expectation. And at the end of the game, or at the end of the day, that's kind of like what the entire game is about. So yeah, that's going to be my mission for now, the time being. Yeah, sorry for like the lack of a script or structure, but it's kind of intentional. I hope to someday like outshine myself now, and you know, we just gotta start somewhere, and I feel like it's going to give me a lot of momentum for talking in front of a camera in the future. So that's about it. I don't know.